this is Debbie Davis. It is Tuesday, September 24th. So I have a couple things I wanted to do an update on here. So as I was leaving yesterday, so I wanted to mention a couple things. So I showed up at the VA for something called battlefield acupuncture. It was supposed to be a group, and I showed up on time for my appointment, but they took 10-15 minutes to check me in, and then they're like, oh well, and then I wasn't, and then when they finally did bring me back, so I said this, what happened, they were purposely trying to take their own time, their precious time, and they play these games. They're all following the same script. Okay, I believe these were CIA people that were working at the front desk, and the other reason why I think that is because a couple of them, when I called them on it, because they all play the same games with me. I've had these type of people after me for a long time now, because I've been a whistleblower for a long time, and then as I left that day, 2 of them were no longer at the front desk because I called them on it, like they were scared, because they knew, because I said something about, oh, really, CIA? Oh, really? Are you playing? Are you writing an essay here and pretending to be a VA employee, but you're really CIA? I said something like that. And they gave me this look like, oh, she knows. Okay, this is not a game. Okay, this is not a game. What you're doing is called treason and crimes against humanity. Here's what the CIA is supposed to be doing. The CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, primary mission is to collect, evaluate, analyze, and disseminate foreign intelligence to assist the president. Foreign. You are not supposed to be operating at all in the United States, at all. Anybody that works for the CIA in the United States is part of the deep state, Nazi part of the CIA, that is illegally working here, committing treason and crimes against humanity. And they knew that I knew who they were. And then 2 of them were not at the front desk as I was leaving, because they knew that they were caught. Okay? It says that they are supposed to be disseminate foreign intelligence to assist the president and senior U.S. government policies in making decisions relating to the national security. You can look it up online. This is what the CIA is supposed to be doing. Just foreign intelligence. Anything relating to national security. Oh, okay. And then somebody wrote back, wrote on my comment yesterday. Oh, okay. The other thing I was going to say is that this was supposed to be a group, with a group. It was called Battlefield Group Acupuncture. And I was just taken back. I'm never allowed to be in any kind of a group. I've requested in the past, different groups that were supposed to be group therapy for PTSD. And they're like, oh, we don't offer that group therapy anymore. But we can, do some individual counseling on you. And I was like, oh, what happened to the group? Veterans need to talk to other veterans. They'll never let us talk amongst each other. They certainly won't let me talk to other veterans because they consider me some kind of a threat. So somebody wrote on my channel yesterday, because I said I believe that the CIA is the one actually giving the orders to the police to have me pulled over. And then somebody wrote me back and they said, no, it's actually the FBI that's giving the orders to the police, if they consider you a person of interest. Oh, okay. So that pretty much implicates the FBI, because I'm followed and tracked every single day. So that means, the CIA is the one giving the orders to the FBI, and then the FBI is disseminating the information to the local police because they considered me a person of interest. Really? Why is that? Maybe we should call the FBI in Minneapolis and let's see, because I have no problem doing that. Do you have me as a person of interest? I guess I'm going to have to call them and say, so does the FBI have all veterans as a person of interest? because, I've proven who I am. I've proven that I'm a legitimate whistleblower, that uncovered a legitimate crime that was on the news in 2012. They uncovered a $2.7 million money laundering scandal. And then on top of that, Cheryl Atkinson was out in that area at those bases, also investigating that Fast and Furious weapons scandal. So, and she's a legitimate reporter from CBS, and she still has a channel called Full Measure. So, I think I've proven that I'm pretty legitimate. So if the FBI has me on some kind of person of interest list, I'd like to know why. So apparently this is how it works. So the FBI pretty much implicated themselves. If they, that person that wrote on my channel, pretty much implicated the FBI. If they have me on some kind of a special interest list. Just call the FBI. Let's see. Am I on a special interest list?
If this is an emergency, hang up.
Let's see what they have to say.
Please listen carefully as some of our options have changed. Please be advised that all complaints regarding internet phone scams must be reported via the website www.ic3.gov. Again, that is www.ic3.gov. To leave a tip, report suspicious activity, or to report a federal crime, press 1. To report a bank robbery or kidnapping, or if you are a sworn law enforcement officer, press 2. Members of the media, press 3. For information regarding employment opportunities, visit www.fbijobs.gov or press 4 for our Human Resources Department. To inquire about background checks and fingerprinting, press 5. For updated information regarding how to make a complaint in person, press 6. All other calls will be handled by our operator. Please stay on the line and you will be assisted shortly. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess, I'll have to. The only thing I'm trying to find out is if somehow they put me on some kind of person of interest. Yes, ma'am. How do I find out if I'm on an FBI list, like as some kind of person of interest?
One moment, please.
This should be good. Okay, and the other thing I found out, I wanted to show on my videos is a picture of the U.S. map, because I have a picture from 2016 and then one from 2023 that shows that there's no U.S. District of Columbia anymore. Are you there?
Yeah, let me send you to somebody that can help you out.
Okay.
For the next phone screen.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna see what they have to say. I mean, shouldn't I be notified?
Hello. Thank you for calling the FBI.
Okay.
To continue this call in English, press 1. For Spanish, press 2. For any other language,
This
press
is the
3.
same office that I talked to years ago when I was getting death threats on my
This
phone.
is not a 911 service for
When I was
taking
getting death
emergency
threats on
calls.
my phone when I first
For
moved back from
emergencies, please call
Arizona.
911.
I said,
If
we're going to
you
take
or
you
someone
down.
you know are having
We're going to
thoughts
kill
of
you. It was
suicide,
right from the deep
experiencing
state
a
of
mental health
deep
crisis,
state,
or
and
seeking
they
mental
blew me
health
off when I
resources,
brought those
press
text
1.
messages to their office. Yeah, this is the same FBI that I tried to go to for help
In a few moments,
in
you will be connected
2013.
to an operator. This call will be recorded for quality assurance,
I had
investigative or other purposes.
Death threats right on my
If you do not
phone,
wish to
and
be
they're like,
recorded,
"Well, we don't know
please
where
press
it's come
1 to
from.
receive details
We don't know.
electronically, and
Well,
this
we don't
call
know
will
whose
then be
number that
disconnected.
is." Oh, but you can't. You're the FBI. You can't look it up. You can't look up who these numbers are coming from.
Some
These death
states have
threats.
passed red flag laws that restrict individuals from having firearms based on the belief they are a danger to themselves or others. Your local law enforcement agency may have more information on these laws. During this call, you will be asked to provide identifying information about yourself and or the persons about whom you are calling. These questions will ask for information regarding name, date of birth, telephone number, and address. For the best accuracy, please do not use speakerphone while providing this information. We use this information to assist in investigating your tip. You do not have provide your name or other personal information. However, the lack of information may delay or hurt our ability to investigate your tip. Any information you can provide
They
may
want
be
you
used
to
for
provide
authorized
information about you so they can
purposes.
come and get
Providing
you.
information with
Not
no
because they're trying to help you.
demonstrated value may
I
result
wouldn't
in
provide
FBI
the
no longer
FBI
taking
with any information.
By continuing
But let's
this
see
call, you
what they
agree
have to
these
say.
terms. To report a tip on an FBI case currently highlighted in the news.
Oh, they want to gather all your information, but not do anything to help you. So you call them and you have to provide information about yourself. But what if you're just reporting a crime or a tip?
Internet scams.
Oh no, we're not here for that. We're actually the deep state. We're just pretending to be the FBI.
Text message with demands for money, press 3. To report mortgage fraud, press 4. To report telemarketing fraud, gift card fraud, identity theft, or unfair or fraudulent business practices, press 5. If you are calling about any other issue, press 6. To repeat this menu, please press the pound key. Please say or enter your 10-digit phone number now.
Oh, I gotta enter my phone number just to talk to an FBI agent.
Your phone number is 651767289. If this is correct, say yes.
Yes.
If this is incorrect, please spell your legal first name now.
Oh, I have to text it in. Boy, you're so I feel so safe, don't you? Just I feel all warm and fuzzy with safeness, Really?
If you would like to decline and move on, please press 0. Please spell your legal last name now.
Can I speak to an agent, please?
Please spell your legal last name now.
Can I speak to an agent, please? Agent.
If you would like to decline and move on, please press 0. Please say or enter your date of birth as month, day, and 4-digit year. Please say or enter your date of birth as month, day, and 4-digit year.
I just keep, pressing different numbers and it's like their system doesn't even work.
If you would like to decline and move on, please press 0. Please say or enter your 5-digit zip code now. Your zip code is 0. If this is correct, say yes. If
Well,
this is incorrect,
I'm
say
just
no.
trying to press numbers to move on so I can try to talk to an agent. Apparently you can't even talk to a... So I don't even know if I'm a person of interest, and I can't even find out if I'm a person of interest.
0.
So, they could just do whatever they want nowadays. Just like the sheriffs do. They just make up fake warrants about you. That's what the FBI does, too. They just make up fake special of interest charges on you, and you don't even know. You don't even know, and you have no way of finding out either.
Please say your 2-letter state abbreviation now. The state abbreviation is 66. If this is correct, say yes. If this is incorrect, say no.
Yes.
Please spell your city now.
Can I speak to an agent, or is this going to go on forever? I mean, really?
Please spell your city now. The spelling of your city is O. If this is correct, say yes. If
Yes.
this is incorrect, say... Please say your street address, including house number and
They
street
want to
name.
know all this information about you, but they don't want to help you with anything. Oh, can I actually speak to somebody ever at the FBI, or is this just like some kind of operated robot?
Please say your street address.
I don't have to say anything. You already said in the beginning that you can pass this if you want to.
If you would like to decline and move on.
Yeah, I want to
please
decline.
press 0.
I don't want to give you any information. You are supposed to be the one taking the tips.
Your call is very important to us.
Oh yeah, I can see it. It's so important. That's why you're treating me so respectfully. Yeah, I feel really, really important. Don't you feel important? Okay, so anyway, I wanted to show this map on this video because I did this video a few months ago, stating, and with the actual wording that was provided, how and the dates that this actually happened. I think it was 2019. President Trump dissolved the U.S. corporation. I said the whole history of it, of when it was started. There was our country was put under a corporation in like 1890 or something, and instead of how it was designed as under the Declaration of Independence, it was designed as a republic of the United States, and then somehow it got under a corporation with London and the Vatican. Okay, so I wanted to show you on the map here. Here's what the map looked like in 2016. It just says over there on the East Coast, it just says DC. If you look at it, I just have it underlined. Just says DC, District of Columbia, Washington DC. Okay, Washington DC is what it says on the East Coast. Okay, now this is a current map, and it just says I don't know if you can't. It's hard to see, but okay. It says Washington. Just says Washington, and then in really small parentheses it says Washington DC. Okay, it's called Washington now because the U.S. Corporation has been dissolved. It was dissolved in 2019. So what that means is that all of the people, the politicians and the different people that were put into different positions of power under that corporation are no longer valid. They're no longer validly put. Ever since 2019, when he dissolved the U.S. Republic, they're no longer validly in those positions of power because that corporation that they work for, that they were put into those positions under, has been dissolved. And it is dissolved. It says it right on Google Maps. It's no longer there. They put it on there like in, oh, okay. Okay, so I don't know what happened there. FBI. Anyway, yeah, so I guess I don't have any way of knowing if I'm put on some kind of a special interest, so I've had this type of thing happen where I literally they drive by and I can't even go for walks without the police harassing me, and this has gone on for years. And so I'm going to say this one more thing to the police is that, first of all, we already know that the CIA is operating illegally over here. If you're taking orders from the CIA, they're committing crimes against humanity and treason. And then, so then they're giving that information to the FBI, who's committing crimes against humanity and treason, and putting people on a special interest list without us knowing, and we don't even get a court date. We don't even know we're put on this. We don't get notified that we're put on this list, or even any kind of chance to defend ourselves. So, apparently this is what's happening, and I have no way of even knowing if I'm on. Nobody even picked up the phone. So how do you even defend yourself if you're put on this list? See how this goes. So I'm a legitimate whistleblower. And I have been. I reported a legitimate crime, and I've proven for years now that I'm a legitimate whistleblower. And you're targeting illegally these whistleblowers, and you're committing crimes against humanity against me and treason. So my suggestion to the police is, do what do what we had to do in the military. Sometimes you just have to disobey these orders, and say, and just quit following the orders, because you're committing crimes against us. It's called crimes against humanity and treason, and that's what you're going to be charged with, along with these other agencies. In the military, there was a lot of people that tried to, go against certain orders that, just crazy different things were going on under the Obama administration in the military, where we had a lot of bad leadership. And there were some people that tried to stand up for the leadership, and then they would try to court-martial them and do all this stuff, but they said, look, with all due respect, sir, I can't follow that unlawful order, because I took an oath to my country to take care of to protect the Constitution, and that's what you should be saying as police, because you took an oath to protect the Constitution, but you're just following these unlawful orders. And so, if you want to go down with these other agencies, that's what's going to happen. I've never tried to be rude to the police. I'm never rude to them when they pull me over. But, I think I have the record not only in America, but not only in this state, but I think in the whole country and probably the whole world. I've been pulled over 50 times. I don't know of anybody in the whole country that's been pulled over more times than I have. In fact, I don't know of anybody in the whole world. I should be in the Guinness Book of Records, how many times I've been pulled over and harassed by the police. And it's not just pulled over. They drive by and harass me. And so, and it's like the Mason Club. The Mason Club, I guess, thinks that they're a bunch of bullies, and they think they can just continue their harassment without ever getting in trouble, because they've gotten away with these things for a long time. But it doesn't matter if I'm a female or a male or whatever. Anybody, there's been male whistleblowers that you've done this to. It's happening to males, females. It doesn't matter. You're just completely out of line. No matter if I'm male, female, they try to call me a Karen. Oh boy. I've already stated that a Karen is somebody that is like a whistleblower is a completely different story. And plus, you're put in a situation like I was at a military base where I was just trying to do my job, and the people that I was working at the base with were the criminals, and we were put in a horrible situation. You don't have any idea what that's like, because these are the type of people that you can't trust working for, and they would try to pin something on you if you don't say anything, or you don't have any idea clearly what that's like, because you've always just gone along with unlawful orders and just taking the easy route, clearly. So you don't know what that was like for us that were put in a bad situation. So I don't have any respect for these people, for these agencies, these police that have been doing this. You all just need to be put in line, and that, it's completely ridiculous. But for those of you who don't know, you can go on Google Maps and you can see that there's no U.S. There's no District of Columbia anymore on the maps, on the Google Maps. Okay, so that'll tell you something right there, that we are no longer under that corporation. We are a new republic. We are the new. So all of these political people, especially the bad ones, these politicians that are no good to begin with, they need to just be removed and replaced, because they are working for an illegitimate corporation that was dissolved years ago now. And I've stated this before, and so people need to run against them, or somehow they need to be removed from their positions. Some of them are worse than others and need to be removed immediately. They are not legally there anymore. They are no longer legally working for, they're no longer legitimately in those positions, because that corporation is now dissolved. Okay, and the other thing I wanted to just say on this video today is my friend Alice who lives in Texas, sent me this. She's the one who says that she knows that she's like neuralinked into CERN somehow. It has something to do with her bloodline, and you know, I don't know. They think that we're just pawns. You know, they think they own us. You know, these people, these elites. They think they own us, and they are definitely targeting the Davidic line. I'm in the Davidic line. She's in the Davidic line, the bloodline of King David. I'm in that line. My last name is Davis. Davis' son. David. You know. That surname comes from King David, and but her last name, she's in that bloodline too. So they think they own us. They think and this has happened for centuries, that we've been targeted like this. So, but she actually found this when she did something with Surrey. And she actually found a patent number on her name in Switzerland. Alice Larissa. Okay, so they've actually patented her brain, like they think they own it. They have actually patented her brain in CERN in Switzerland. Okay, so she's not joking. We're not making this up. Her brain has been patented in that CERN device in Switzerland. Okay, and it's actually there's a trade registration on her, like a share. A share trade registration on her patent. This is what she found online the other day. So they truly think, these elites, they truly think they own us. CERN is involved. They have actually patented her brain and like neuralinked it in there, and like part of a mind control. And they think this is all really funny. We are. So I wanted to show you that, in case anybody, tries to call me or her, or anybody, a Karen or whatever, little totally ignorant name you have to try to say. She's actually has a patent on her, proving that they are trying to own her like a slave. This is so. This is evidence that they really think of us as slaves, and they plan on trying to move forward with their New World Order agenda. And there was a United Nations meeting this weekend, and they were trying to push more illegal surveillance. I was going to play the video, but the Senate, it's got to go through the Senate, but they're trying to push it through without even it going through the Congress or Senate or anybody. And they're trying to push it through worldwide. The United Nations and the WHO is trying to push mass surveillance even more worldwide right now. It's part of this New World Order agenda. And so, you can look that up. There was the United Nations meeting, and so some senators and Congress people are trying to stop that from going through, but we have to be very vigilant right now, and put these hold everything, hold everyone accountable, because otherwise they will just, they are completely out of line, and they will completely continue to push their boundaries with us if we don't put them in line. And that's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to hold them accountable, because it doesn't seem like anybody is. Like, there's nobody overseeing the police. Years ago, I tried to reach out to Internal Affairs when I was first being pulled over multiple times. I was this guy named Mark something, and he was like the head of Internal Affairs at the time. And I have emails still that I had sent to him, And I said, why am I getting pulled over so many times? Am I on some kind of a list? And he said, well, who is it? What agency is it mostly pulling you over? And I said, mostly the state police. It's mostly the maroon ones. And so he was trying to help for a while. He was with Internal Affairs, but then he never figured out or got back to me, exactly what was going on, and he couldn't do anything. So they're supposed to be the agency that's overseeing them, the police, and he didn't know, why I was being targeted. He could see that I was, but he couldn't do anything to help me, and so that is the agency that I was supposed to be able to call to try to get help. And I did. I emailed him, and I sent the different court dates and different things I've had to have, multiple different things. I was getting pulled over, and he's like, yeah, I can see this, that you are being targeted or something, but I don't know why. And I don't, so he, okay, so there's nobody holding them accountable. And that is just that's the only thing I'm trying to do, is hold them accountable and let people know, what has happened to me. I just reported a crime at a military base all these years ago, and I'm still being this harassed. I guess it's because I speak out, but if I don't speak out, you have to understand when you're a whistleblower or you're on the targeted list, they want you to go away. They want you to just shut up, and then they'll, hoping that people just forget about us. And then a lot of times, people like us just end up missing. And, if we go away, then they've done everything they can to isolate me, and they can do these type of things. And so the only reason why I'm speaking up, because I really never really wanted to try to even start doing these videos. I felt like I had to for my own safety. So this is what it's like on this list, and it's absolutely horrible. And you should all be, these agencies should all be ashamed of themselves. You took oaths. And I guess that doesn't mean anything to some of these people, but it did to me. And plus, you don't understand what kind of situation we were in on that base. That's why, and other reporters were out there investigating those bases in Arizona, because there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, you don't have any idea what it was like to work on some of these bases. This is the most horrible situation on some of these military bases that you can imagine, that no soldier should ever have to go through. So, you're so ignorant when you call people names, you clearly don't have any idea what you're talking about. Okay,